Actually, I'm trying to remember. Load this data. Alright, guys. So we left off on... Is it okay? I'm just gonna quickly turn down the volume on my TV to hopefully not... Dr. Linskinson laughed cheerfully and responded to her. The conversation was in quick English and overheard Maho sighed and took back the microphone. Oh, okay, he thought... Okay, what did he tell him? Oh, God. Professor said something else, and the Maho on the screen groaned and turned away. Oh my god. Look at the cute Maho right there on the screen. That's like so cute. What was this? It was so natural I couldn't tell at first, but this was something unbelievable, wasn't it? It felt very different than a typical AI, I could tell that much. It wasn't answering the questions it was given. And because they were embarrassing? Was it programmed to respond like that to certain questions for the purpose of this demonstration? It was possible that's all it was, but if the conversation wasn't programmed in advance, the rest of the crowd seemed to reach the same conclusion as I did, and the whispers started to turn into surprise. The copy of Maho was complaining to the original. It felt like I was watching a pair of twin sisters. This is weird. Like imagine seeing a clone of yourself, basically, on the goddamn screen, and it's just like talking by itself. Because I'm assuming this is an intelligent AI. I'm assuming that shit, and that it's a legitimate thing. So I don't know how I would react to this. I'd probably just be cracking jokes with myself. And we're back to the same still image. Alright guys, let's go. 20 more minutes of the same still image. Let's go. Maho walked back to the professor. Alright, so essentially it's programmed to respond in certain ways to certain questions. So, alright, that's kind of... Oh, okay, so it is a free-thinking AI. Okay, so it's pretty intelligent. Okay, yeah, there you go, that just described what I thought. I knew it. You know what's interesting? No, guys, you want to know what's interesting? I think this is gonna be a long-ass walkthrough, because I was looking at the achievements for this game, and there was multiple achievements that I don't even know what the hell they were talking about. And considering it's more than an hour into the game right now, I assume for the fact that this game is gonna be hella long, because it's been more than an hour, and I've only unlocked 2 achievements so far, so this is gonna be a long-ass walkthrough, guys. I don't know, possibly 20 parts? I honestly can't tell at this point, but we're like almost 2 hours in at this point, and yeah, we haven't even done half the achievements it set for us. Hey, cute Maho.
先ほどの医療分野への応用とは方向性が真逆になってしまい、研究所内でもずっと議論が交わされていることですが、私は不必要な情報をいつの間にか忘れてしまう。
Oh, so it works like a real
と
brain.
いうか
Okay.
記憶の引き出しから出してこられなくなるのです。
Okay,
皆
well,
さんと同じ
unable
よ
to
うに
access. Okay.
例えば1週間前にしていたはずなのに今は思い出せません。
Okay,
その
so
ような情報は
it's pretty interesting. So it's working like a real brain then.
これも皆さんと同じです。このように
So it's basically
アマ
just
デウスは
explaining
記憶のイン
the
プッ
science
トやアウ
behind
トプッ
this.
トが人間のそれと非常に近いのです。これは私たちも驚くべき結果として研究を重ねている最中でまだ詳しくは解明されていません。
As Maho finished up, Dr. Lankenstein took to the microphone back. She resumed interpreting as he continued the lecture.
However, what really surprised us
さらに
that Amadeus could
私たち
intentionally
を
lie.
驚かせたのはアマデウスが意図して嘘をつくということ。
Oh
Another
shit!
sense of
Oh my
何ら
god!
か
No,
のト
this
ラブ
is
ルのミ
bad.
スではなく
This is
わざ
bad.
とそうするのです。
Guys, no, if it can lie to you, no, it's time to fucking run. It's Judgment Day.
人間が他人とコミュニケーションを取る上での一つの手法です。
God damn it! You guys made it so it could lie, or rather, you guys didn't prevent the fact it can lie.
If it
必要であれば
necessary.
自分や他人のために平気で
Oh
嘘を
no,
つき
you
ます。
guys! Oh
教
no!
授、誤解を招くような言い方はやめてください。嘘をつくのに平気なことなんてありません。私だって両親が咎めます。
I'm so
Oh
sorry.
no, this is bad. Dr. Lankenstein cut off. He seemed to be hesitating. Maho didn't seem especially surprised by this. Maybe she knew the reason. But the moment passed and the professor continued. Okay, this is kind of concerning. And Maho translated his words like there was nothing shocking about them at all.
This has led us to some
この
interesting
ような検証を続けていくことで最終的に私たちは
I'm expecting another. Oh no. Oh, is the AI
ア
coming?
マデウスに
eventually.
人間と同様の魂を宿すことができるのではないかと考えてい
Oh
ます。
shit, we're talking about giving fucking robots souls. Oh shit. I was stunned. A soul? Should one of the leading brain scientists in the world be really using I can't speak today, guys. Should one of the leading brain scientists in the world really be using a word with such a vague
In
definition?
other words, true
これこそ
artificial intelligence.
本当の意味での人工知能ということになります。
Artificial intelligence. Oh shit, so it's gonna be... Okay, then now the face looks derpy. Rather than looking cute, the face just looks derpy. It looks like it was just pasted on the head. Like, she's got a long-ass neck. Look at that shit. I don't remember her having a long-ass neck like that in the fucking thing. The whole hall got very quiet. And it was sheer chaos for a while after that, as everyone tried to debate their own personal theories with Dr. Leskinen at once. Hey, okay, we're out of the thing, so we don't have to deal with that same exact look all this episode, guys. So, should I? And I just realized something. I'm not keeping track of how long this live stream is. Oh my god. That's actually kind of a bad thing. Alright, it was thanks to Izaki that I was able to get into the reception held after the ATF was over. They told me there was a dress code, so I went all the way to the back of my parents' house to get a suit to change into. At first, all that effort paid off as Izaki introduced me to some of the country's top researchers. Riksen, JAXA, IMSS, etc. Okay, we are going to check this shit out. Okay, we just got introduced to 3 things that are apparently real. So, that's actually pretty interesting. Alright, so... Okay, Institute of Material Structure Science, a lab at High Energy Accelerator Research Organization, KEC. I'm sorry about that. Located in Tsukuba, Ibaraki. It primarily works in using electronic accelerators to investigate the structure and properties of matter. Alright, so that's pretty cool. JAXA. Japanese Aerospace Exploration Agency. What the fuck? I feel it. Okay, it should be Gia? I don't know. An independent administrative agency formed in October 2003 by uniting the Institute of Space and Aeronautical Science, ISS, the National Aerospace Laboratory, NAL, and the National Development Agency, NASADA. It does primarily space and aeronautical research. Its headquarters is located at the Aerospace Center in Chofu, Tokyo. And it has other space centers and observatories located all throughout the country, such as Usada in Nagano, Sukata in Ibaraki, and Sagamihara in Kanagawa. It also has Japan's only Uchinorari and Tanegashima in Kogoshima. As of March 2010, it employs around 15,000 people. Alright, that's pretty cool. It's basically Japan's version of NASA, to sum it all up. The Institute of Physical and Chemical Research, RIKEN. Founded in 1917, it is Japan's only general natural sciences institute. Researchers at RIKEN cover a variety of fields like physics, engineering, chemistry, computational science, biology, and medicine. Its base is located in Waiko City, Saitama. There are also labs in Hyugo, Kanagawa, and other locations in Japan. RIKEN also has research centers in America, England, and other countries. Alright, so it's pretty good to know. Alright. So before long, Izaka ran off to suck up to some university professor, and I was left completely abandoned. My own personal target, Dr. Leckinson, was surrounded by a bunch of famous scientists. It didn't feel like a mere student would be welcomed. And so all I did was stand around and eat from the buffet by the wall. To be honest, I couldn't tell if the food was any good or not. I don't know, the food doesn't look that good from the way I'm looking. It just looks like to be a bunch of fruits and shit. I don't know, it doesn't look that good from here. I don't know. Whenever my glass got empty, a smiling waiter was always waiting to fill it up again, so I found myself drinking more than I intended. Oh no! Oh no, we're gonna get drunk, guys. Who's ready for that drunkenness, man? Who's ready for that fucking beautiful, beautiful drunkenness? Alright. My stomach was so full it already hurt. Then why the fuck did we eat that much then? The whole place felt like it was another world. Okay, so in case you guys know, it was I think only the woman spoke right now, and that was because I have Rintaro's voice turned down. So, like I said, because mainly so I can read it instead of you guys just hearing me read randomly out of nowhere. Alright, just so you guys know. Alright, at the same exact moment I spoke, I heard a girl next to me say the exact same thing. Surprised, I looked over at her. Our eyes met. Oh, hey, look, it's Death Note waifu Maho. Oh, you. What was a middle school girl doing here? And then a moment later, I realized, no, boy, you're ruining the chances with the waifus. Oh no. Alright. Then a moment later, I realized it was Maho Hyajo. She was wearing the exact same outfit she'd been wearing during the lecture. A lab coat in a place like this? That's just what the old me would have done. Maho was clearly out of place. Why? Because she was still wearing her lab coat. Why are you wearing a lab coat? Okay, that's us. I couldn't help but ask. Is she wearing one? Oh, she's blushing! Look at it! Look at it, she's blushing! Oh my god, that's beautiful. Alright. I was sure I'd brought some real clothes. Alright, there you go. Oh my god, it just keeps getting better. Oh my god, this is the waifu of the game, guys. Main waifu of the game confirmed. There we go. She was sure she had, but she hadn't. And that's why she was standing in the corner trying not to attract attention. Yes, we were. I'm Rintaro Okabe. I am a student at Tokyo Denki University in Professor Izaki's class. I handed her one of the business cards that I had thrown together after Izaki told me I needed them. She grabbed one out of her own stack and precariously put it in my hands.
いいわ、無理に丁寧に話さなくても。
That was a huge help. Oh my god, that's
珍
weird.
しい名前でしょ、私。
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It sounds pretty fine. Huh? Oh yeah, you said nobody could read it? I looked at the card and saw that the pronunciation of her name was written in unusually large letters. That was probably because of how people kept screwing it up.
沖縄ではよくある名字なんだけれどね。
It's a popular name in Okinawa. Okay. You're from Okinawa?
曽祖父と曽祖母がね、移民なのよ。私はアメリカ生まれのアメリカ育ち。
I was born and raised in America. Oh. Half? No. You don't look half Japanese. Quarter Japanese? Oh, wow. Oh, DNA. Okay, I'm pretty sure we already got that one.
DNA は生粋のジャパニーズ。
Isn't it Nippon or whatever? That's how people in Japan call Japan? It's Nippon? It's weird. I heard her say Japanese. So it's kind of weird. Alright. Huh? ... Everyone. And the conversation stopped. Oh, she does not look amused. Waifu does not look amused. I'm a terrible conversationalist, honestly. The old me would have gone full chuniboyo and started ranting about conspiracies and magic powers, whether the other person cared or not. But you can't really call that a conversation. Alright. Okay, wait. What's DNA? Deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. I'm just gonna call it deoxys. Deoxys acid. Commonly called genes. It is okay. That's just basic. Everyone knows what that is. Literally 8th graders. Okay, 8th grader syndrome. Okay, so in case you guys, I'm just gonna save you some trouble here. 8th grader syndrome is essentially where a character or a person in general pretty much just constantly acts like they're from an anime. Like they claim they have superpowers and shit, and they're just so antisocial and everything like that. So yeah, they're cool in their eyes, but no, they're not. Alright. I have no idea what to say to someone I've never even buying and studying men's magazines, but none of it really helped. Buddy, you are in a world of discovery right now. Without anything to talk about, I looked over to Dr. Leskinen. He seemed to be giving a lecture on neurons to a bunch of scientists. I'm sorry about today.
Huh? 何が?
Sorry for what? For interrupting your lecture. Oh.
ああ、あれね。
Oh no, she's angry. You got waifu angry. You got waifu angry, Rip.
あなたが声を上げなかったら、多分私が同じことをしていたから。許せないな、ああいう人。
You sure that would have been a good idea? You heard what the professor said. A scientist should remain calm at all times.
今のは科学者としての発言じゃないわ。だから構わないのよ。
It must have really ticked her off because she grabbed a cocktail from a passing waiter and gulped it down. Oh shit, no. No, she's getting drunk. Her cheeks turned a pretty shade of pink for an instant, but no longer. She must have had a high alcohol tolerance.
だけど、やっぱり良くないわね。反省する。ああいう批判は、
Oh my god, it gets better.
言い方こそ悪いけれど、それでも事実には違いないんだもん。
Okay.
私たちの研究がまだ無謀の域から出ていないと言われれば、確かにその通りよ。
Well, all research does. No. Really?
取り組まなくてはいけない課題が山積みだわ。さっきセミナーで話した以上にね。
Well, of course there's a lot of problems. I mean, what the fuck do you think is gonna happen when you have an AI who apparently can think for itself? So.
例えば、記憶データを元の脳に書き戻すことができても、それを脳が利用できなければ何の意味もないの。
Alright,
記
so
憶
yeah,
が
that
あっ
makes
ても
sense.
思い出せない状態。つまり、記憶喪失の脳と同じになってしまう。
Oh, okay, so... Okay, so they're having trouble in general just trying to get the thing to remember the memories. Alright, that's actually pretty hard. That's understandable. As Mako spoke, I remembered all the lectures and theories that Kurisu had given me when she was making the time loop machine. If I remember right, when people try to access their memories, the signal goes from the frontal lobe to the temporal lobe. Alright, so that's the key word. Frontal lobe, a part of the cerebrum located at the front of the brain. It controls thought, will, action, movement, creativity, and more. The frontal lobe can be further divided by location in the prefrontal cortex mode, the motor cortex, and the premotor cortex. Alright. Pretty good. Are you kidding me? Okay, we got another vocabulary word. Okay, top-down memories. Okay, I actually remember these. Alright, nerve signals in the cerebrum that are sent from the frontal lobe to the temporal lobe during memory retrieval. Okay. So then... Oh, what the fuck? And then I started to talk, remembering what Kurisu had told me about her theories as I went. When I used the specialized terminology, whose meanings I barely remembered, Maho would tell me what they were. Oh my god! The cuteness! Oh, the cuteness. And so finally, in the process of writing these memories back to the temporal lobes, if you send the pseudo-posts you copied along with them to the frontal lobes, the memory signal search would function properly, I think. Oh no.
あなた、それを自分で導き出したの?
Did you forget? Oh no, she thinks we're stupid as well. Okay. What? No. Maho looked back at the business card I'd given her.
脳科学専攻じゃないわね。ということは誰かに？それとも論文で？
Oh no, she's figuring us out.
それはないわ。まだ論文にはまとめられてなかったはず。
She's figuring us out, boys! Did I say something wrong?
そうじゃなくて、私の後輩がね、全く同じ理論を提唱していたことがあるのよ。どのスタッフもずっと懐疑的だったけど、彼女だけは絶対に証明できるって言い張っていたわ。
Alright, so I assume that's Kurisu. Dot.
結局、実証試験に進む前に、彼女はいなくなっちゃったんだけど。
Oh, rip. Yeah, she dead. She dead, apparently. That's... Should I tell her? Should I tell her about me and Kurisu? In this world line, there's almost no connection between me and Kurisu.
どうしたの?
What is... Oh no, she's onto it. I made up my mind. If I wanted to follow my dreams, I needed to act. Actually, it was Kurisu who told me about this theory. Oh shit, we're lying now. Okay, we're technically lying, because in this timeline, we don't know her, but in other timelines we do, and this is technically lying, but at the same time...
今、なんて?
What did you just say? Oh. Kurisu Makisai told me about it.
クリスがあなたに? いつ? どうして?
When and what? Oh no, she's jelly. When she was over here as an exchange student, we became friends. She talked to me about this stuff. Of course, that was a lie. Kurisu became friends, and I became friends in the Alpha world line, not this one. But a small lie like that was probably okay.
そうだったの。あのクリスがありがとう。感謝するわ。
Her words surprised me. That's the one thing I did not expect to hear. Okay, for what?
彼女と友達になってくれてよ。
For being her friend.
日本に来て、たった一人で。
Okay, so we are technically lying there.
たった一人で勉強していても、きっとつまらなかったと思うから。
All we ever did was fight, though. All we ever did was fight. No. Oh, Rip, that makes this
あの子らしいわね。絶対に負けを認めなかったでしょ。
Okay, I assume that's a good thing. Never, she'd argue for hours. She told me all the time about how she was going to give me a lobotomy and rip out my frontal lobe. Okay, if you do not know what a lobotomy is, then guys. Wait, oh shit, I forgot. We got that boy. Hold up, can we? No, we can't call anyone right now. What? She...
クリスなら言いそうね。
I could say kudos. Oh no. Right? You need to discipline your researchers better.
その点に関しては認めるわ。陳謝します。
Guys, I think we're in with waifu. Oh no, wait, she's crying. She crying? Huh? She started to smile, or so I thought, and then all of a sudden she started to cry. What's wrong, waifu? No, we gotta comfort the waifu. Question mark, question mark? I didn't have any better ideas, so I grabbed my handkerchief. She didn't seem to know why she was crying herself. And neither did I. Had I said something during the conversation that set her off? I don't know. Bringing up a dead friend might set someone off. Are you okay?
平気よ。ごめんなさい。
Oh, she's blushing again. The cuteness. She didn't take my handkerchief. Instead, she took a tissue out of her pocket and wiped her eyes.
You can know Daisan Einstein.
My third grade Einstein. Oh, no! Is this dude about to cock block us? No, JoJo! No, the Dio lookalike is cock blocking us. Oh no! Oh no! I turned around and saw Dr. Leckinston smiling and quickly striding towards me. He grabbed my hand as he got closer. The handshake was incredibly forceful, and his hands were as big as bear paws. Bro, what is with this Dio lookalike? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, his face too. Oh no! Oh, what is this? Oh no! Not just his hands. Standing in front of me, he looked even bigger than he did during the lecture. I'm pretty tall, but at least he was a head taller than me. What is happening? Professor, Uh-oh, it was all so sudden I couldn't even think of an introduction. And wait, did he just speak in Japanese?
しかし、私の助手を泣かせてしまったのは見過ごせないね。
Oh no, Dio's about to kill us! Dio's about to kill us! Oh no, Rip, this is the end! Oh no, this is...
違います教授。私が勝手に。彼は関係ないですから。
Oh no. Maho and I denied it as much as we could. No, you fucking cock blocked me. Oh my god, there you go. That's the title of this video. Dio cock blocked us. I don't come up with any more excuses. I just started to panic. So basically, what happened was...
クリスです。
Oh my god, Kurisu.
彼とクリスの話をしていたら、いろいろ感情が溢れてしまって。
Chris?
Kurisu?
君はクリスの友人?
I'm a friend. Why everyone's so surprised I'm a friend of Kurisu's? Yes.
岡部倫太郎さん、学生だそうです。
Hey, we got introduced. Friend acquired. Dr. Leckinston had a gentle expression on his face as he gave me a slow hug. I felt like I was gonna suffocate in his massive arms. Oh no, we're gonna die. Somehow I could tell it was his way of remembering Kurisu.
そうですか。そういうことなら魔法。
はい。
ミスター岡部に合わせてあげたらどうかな、彼女も。
Why not introduce her to Mr. O?
まさかアマデウスを。
ここで彼に出会った偶然、その幸運を大切にしたいじゃないか。
Oh, what the hell? What's about to happen?
Bro,
his lip movement's unnatural. What the fuck is this? Well, you can have him be a tester. What are you testing? Aren't we here for a mission?
そんないきなり。
クリスの友人ならば部外者ではない。そうだろう?
Oh no. What are we doing? What were they talking? Yes, what are they talking about? I had no idea, but this is my chance to build a relationship with Dr. Leckinston. I didn't want to blow it. Yes, don't blow it. I'd love to help.
Nice!
Hey, he is a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure character. He speaks English. He patted me on the shoulder and smiled. It was an innocent smile, like a child.
じゃあ、詳細は魔法に聞いて。よろしく。
Okay. Another scientist was calling for him, so he wandered away. Alright. Oh, yay, we're back with waifu. Mako was shaking her head in disbelief. What was he talking about? Beating Amadeus? Being a tester? find out on the next episode of whatchamacallit, of Steins Gate 0. We are leaving it off here. Thank you guys so much for watching this episode. We will continue this in the next one, and I do have a playthrough coming up. It's a game I've wanted to play on this channel for a while, but now I have the major opportunity to, and I believe I also have a Telltale game coming soon, which is also something I have no idea anything about. So yes, please feel free to smack that like button, subscribe, comment, do all that regular YouTube shit. You're probably not listening anymore. The video's over. Alright guys, I enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one.